Been out in front of a dozen dead oceans, watched the waves rise and fall in slow motion, wandered the shores, heard the gulls' lonesome cry under the bleak and indifferent sky. I've traveled down roads where dreams are all broken, heard old tales that were best left unspoken, sat with ghosts of days gone by under the stars in the wide open sky. Oh, the times they are echoing through the past to the present and up to the new, seeking the song that will keep my heart true. That's why I'm singing to you. I saw mountains tall where eagles were flying, felt cold winds blow where echoes were sighing, listened to whispers of secrets untold down the deep valleys where the rivers run cold. I met many strangers with stories of sorrow, shared my bread and my hope for tomorrow, walked with the weary, the lost and the free, finding the truth in my journey's decree. Oh, the times they are echoing through the past to the present and up to the new, seeking the song that will keep my heart true. That's why I'm singing to you. The paths that we tread are woven quite fine through memories of old, through hearts that untwined, with every step a tale to find in the pages of time, in the love we bind. Now new dawn breaks on a world ever turning, brings lessons learned, but a spirit still yearning, out on the edge where the future lies, under the hope of the newborn skies. Oh, the times they are echoing through the past to the present and up to the new, seeking the song that will keep my heart true. That's why I'm singing to you. I'm singing to you. I'm singing to you. Hi da diddly di dum diddly do di di dum diddly do di diddly di day. Hi da diddly di dum diddly do di dum diddly do di diddly di day. Let the grasses grow and the waters flow in a free and easy way, but give me enough of the finer stuff that's made near Galway Bay. Policemen all from Donegal, Sligo and Leitrim too, I will give them a slip and we'll take a sip of the real old Mountain Dew. Hi da diddly di dum diddly do di dum diddly do di diddly di day. Hi da diddly di dum diddly do di dum diddly do di diddly di day. At the foot of the hill there's a neat little still where the smoke curls up to the sky. By the smoke and the smell you can plainly tell there's a witching brew nearby. It fills the air without a rare that betwixt both me and you. When home you stroll you can take a bowl or a bucket of the Mountain Dew. Hi da diddly di dum diddly do di dum diddly do di diddly di day. Hi da diddly di dum diddly do di dum diddly do di diddly di day. Now learning man who rules the pen, I wrote your praises high. That sweet poteen from Ireland green, distilled from wheat and rye, Throw away your pills, it'll cure all ills, a pagan, Christian or Jew. Take off your coat and grease your throat with the real old Mountain Dew. Hide a diddly diddly dum diddly do diddly dum diddly do di diddly di day. Hide a diddly diddly dum diddly do diddly dum diddly do di diddly di day. Hide a diddly diddly dum diddly do diddly dum diddly do di diddly di day. Hide a diddly diddly dum diddly do diddly dum diddly do di diddly di day. Hide a diddly diddly dum diddly do diddly dum diddly do di diddly di day. Hide a diddly diddly dum diddly do diddly dum diddly do di diddly di day. When I woke up, you were gone, and the sun was on the lawn. Empty pillow with perfume on, I smelled it. Well, we met in my favorite bar, took a ride in my old car, but I still don't know how we made it home. Was I too far gone? Too far gone? Too far gone for you? We had drugs and we had booze, but we still had something to lose. And by dawn I wanted to marry you. With our attitudes by day and our secret dreams by night, can we really live our lives that way? Am I too far gone? Too far gone? Too far gone for you? Was I too far gone? Too far gone? Too far gone for you? Just come down the Chippewa, had a station wagon and $100, thinking about the girl I lost the year before. Hadn't seen her for some time, I thought that I might go on by when your memory came flooding in, you closed that door. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a diesel locomotive, I'd come whistling down the track and crashing through your door. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I didn't have a heart and you'd need a shovel for the coal just to get me started. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a freight train. left abandoned on some old railway side. And every time I hear your voice, my water just gets cold. My stoker will not stoke, and my boiler will not boil. Train, baby, wish I was a diesel locomotive. I'd come whistling down your track, crashing through your door. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I didn't have a heart and you need a shovel for the coal. Just to get me started, wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a freight train. I fell behind and I could not get ahead. I wish someone would pull a lever and give me a little sand. And every time I slip behind even further back, I wish some switchman would come out of the fog and I'd change my track. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a diesel locomotive. I'd come whistling down your track, crashing through your door. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I didn't have a heart and you need a shovel for the coal. Just to get me started, wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a freight train. We're living it up tonight. Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the snow. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day. I know, shining down like water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. Yesterday and days before, sun is cold and rain is hard. I know it's been that way for all my time, till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know, and it can't stop, I wonder. I wanna know, oh, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down on a sunny day. I wanna know, Have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? That was fun. How's everybody doing tonight? It's Tuesday Live. It's Tuesday night. Here we are, back at it. And a couple fun opening songs there. That first one, you might not have recognized it. It's by one of my favorite songwriters, the Ontario-based songwriter Fred Eaglesmith. Yeah, we've done a lot of Fred Eaglesmith tunes over the course of Tuesday Live. You've probably seen a few of them, or listened to a few of them anyways. But that one was called Freight Train. Great kind of opening song, lots of energy to it, and really great. One of the great train songs I think that's ever been written. We should maybe do a whole show on train songs, or have we done a whole show on train songs? I'm not sure. I lose track of things, what's going on. But thanks everybody for checking in tonight. Who have we got here tonight? Let's check in the comments and see who we've got with us tonight. We've got our good buddy Ron Desailly from up in Kapuskasing. Ron and I chat once in a while over Facebook Messenger about music. Ron and I very similar background and interests in music. Ron with that great Desailly musical family up in Kapuskasing. I see also we have Dorothy and Ross from over in Long Sault. Good to see you folks here tonight as well. And our good friend from down in Lancaster, New York, Lee Burns, checking in. Great to have you back here as well, Lee. Nice to see you. And we've got our buddy and our favorite photographer from the Seaway Valley checking in. We got a big crowd down the Seaway Valley tonight. We got Brian Stan McRae. We got some of Stan's pictures. Stan's been checking out some historical activities down there, and we also have my childhood friend Kathy Robertson LePage from Cornwall as well. Nice to see you, Kathy, and another Kathy as well from a little closer to home here, and all the folks listening in. Good to see everybody here, and we got another Kapuskasing, another Desailly from Kapuskasing. Maybe someday we should see if we can find someone else from Kapuskasing who's not named Desailly to check in to the show. But great, everybody's here. And we got Catherine as well as checked in as well. So thanks for checking in, Catherine. I like to pop these up because I know there's a lot of viewers now that tell me they watch the show on like YouTube on the big screen, like they put their TV either has YouTube connection or I don't know, they cast it, whatever that technology is, and they cast it in, so they're watching on YouTube, like my good friend here, Ann McClure, is watching on YouTube. You can tell from that little red symbol there on that shows that it's a YouTube comment. But I know folks watching on the big screen, so they don't always see all the comments. So it's kind of fun to pop them up so people see who all's checking in anyways. But we got a great crowd out there tonight. Thanks so much for watching. We got a great show. Going to play some of the songs I've been working on. Maybe, I'd like to hear in the comments if you think that song. Say, Rob, that's a great song. You should play it when you're playing live in, it's a little more than a week now. I'm going to be a week from Friday on the summer solstice. I'm going to be opening for Neil Old at Block 3 Brewery in St. Jacobs. So if you're in the area, certainly swing by. I think it's from 6 to 9. Pop in for a cold pop. You can also get some pizza from the pizza guys there. Or I don't know what else is going on, but you certainly would welcome to come join us there. That'd be a lot of fun. See some Tuesday Livers there as well. We've got a great show tonight. We've got the regular cast playing some tunes, and of course we've got some pictures from Stan, and we've got our good buddy too, Willy Witherspoon, who's here tonight to do a tune for us. I'm going to kick it right over to Willy. I think he's been working, on a Willy tune, not a Willy Witherspoon tune, but I think a Willie Nelson tune. So take it away, Willy. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, girl, I'm sorry I was blind, but you were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times, and I guess I never told you I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Tell me that your sweet love hasn't died. Give me one more chance to keep you satisfied. I'll keep you satisfied. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. 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 I am just a poor boy, though my story's seldom told. I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles. Such are promises, all lies and jest. Still a man hear what he wants to and disregards the rest. When I left my home and my family, I was no more than a boy, in the company of strangers, in the quiet of a railroad station, running scared, laying low, seeking out the poorer quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know. La la la, la 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 la. La 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 la. Asking only workman's wages, I come looking for a job, but I get no offers. Just to come on from the whores on 7th Avenue. I do declare there were times when I was so lonesome, I took some comfort there. La 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 la. rocking evenly, and I am older than I once was, and younger than I'll be. That's not unusual. No, it isn't strange. After changes upon changes, we are more or less the same. After changes, we are more or less the same. La la la, la 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 la. In the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries the reminders of every glove that laid him down or cut him till he cried out in his anger and his shame, I am leaving, but the fighter still remains. La la la, la 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 la. Well, so I sort of got that song. I think old Simon and Garfunkel, The Boxer. Fantastic, fantastic song, that's for sure. And I'd like to thank Kathy for this, Kathy Robertson LePage for this fantastic picture. Kathy and her husband Steve just got back from what looked like a really awesome trip to Peru. And this place is called Huaca Pucallana. I think I kind of got that pronounced. My Peruvian isn't very good, but it's an old, I think around the early ADs, like a 200, 400 AD, I think I looked this up. It was a culture, the Peruvian culture was sort of at its, I shouldn't say at its highlight. Peruvian culture is probably still pretty solid, I think, but they certainly, this really cool structure they built here. And I guess it was a place where the religious folks hung out and prophesized and all sorts of things, but I think Kathy and Steve even climbed right up to the top of it. I think it looks a little tricky though. It doesn't look like there's a really direct route up there. You kind of, but there's stairs everywhere. I guess you'll find your way up. But thanks so much for sharing that, Kathy. And I love folks who share their vacation photos on Facebook or wherever on social media, because it's so cool to see places that you might not get to or you might want to go to, and to have someone else go and sort of share the pictures and live a vacation vicariously through someone else's Facebook feed. That's a lot of fun. So anyways, thanks again, Kathy, for that. And anyone else, if you want to send in pictures or if you're posting pictures on Facebook, and sometimes I just pick them up off Facebook as well, and I generally ask folks before I use them, but I like using photos for backdrops. We learn interesting things like things about Huaca Pucallana. And but anyways, that's you're welcome to share them with me. Just let me know. Send me a message. You can send me the picture, or just I can pop them off your Facebook feed if I see something that catches my eye. But keep posting them, folks. And I see Cuddy McGilvery checking in from Penhold, Alberta, right out in beautiful Alberta. I know some of those folks in Calgary having some trouble these days with the giant water main break and some water issues there, but I'm sure that's not affecting the good folks up in Penhold, Alberta. But I hope everything's good out there for you for Cuddy. Good to see you checking in. And I don't know if you're going to be back this summer. I'm going to, speaking of the McGilvery's, I'm going to be at Putty McGilvery's Pig Roast this summer, which I think is like the 27th, if I'm not correct. Sort of the last Saturday in July, down in Long Sault, out along Post Road there at Putty's place. I guess Putty roasts up a big pig, and there's some music and stuff, and I'm going to be performing there. So looking forward to that. Kathy recommends Peru as a travel destination. I think that certainly looked like they had a great time there. Fantastic tour they were on. But anyways, let's, if you've been following along the show the last few weeks, our resident folk singer, Rob Dylan's taken on a rather ambitious project. He's trying to write a song inspired by each line of Bob Dylan's Hard Rain's Gonna Fall song, which is a famous Bob Dylan song. And I guess at one point in time, Bob Dylan said that song contained a lot of first lines of songs that he was going to use, but he didn't think he'd get around to it. And I guess Rob Dylan kind of picked up that torch and said, well, I'll try to get around to it. So he's written some songs, and I think this week, what's he got this week? He's got, I think it's 10,000 miles, I think it's called. 10,000 miles in the mouth of a graveyard, I think is the line we're talking about. But anyways, let's kick it over to Rob Dylan and see what he's got. Been 10,000 miles in the mouth of a graveyard, wandering alone through the stones tall and hard. Whispers from the past echo through the pines in the silent night where the lost light shines. Seen faces fade in the cold moon's gleam, thoughts once forgotten, just a shadowy dream. Walking through memories of battles long past, searching for answers in the questions unasked. Oh, the road is long, the night is deep, in the heart of darkness the secrets we keep. A song in my heart, a tear in my eye, I've gotta keep moving till the day I die. Felt winds blow through fields of sorrow, watch the sun rise to a hopeful tomorrow. Heard songs of freedom in whispering trees as the dawn breaks gently with the rustling of leaves. I found love and loss in the arms of a stranger, danced with the devil on the edge of great danger. But in the end, it's the love that we find that guides us on our way through the trials of time. Oh, the road is long, the night is deep, in the heart of darkness the secrets we keep. A song in my heart, a tear in my eye, I've gotta keep moving till the day I die. The stars above are our guiding lights through the darkest days and the endless nights. With every step a story unfolds in the timeless tales that the journey holds. Now the night gives way to a new morning's grace, the hope of a new day shines on my face. I'll carry these memories wherever I roam, in the heart of the journey I'll find my home. Oh, the road is long and the night is deep, in the heart of darkness the secrets we keep. A song in my heart, a tear in my eye, I've gotta keep moving till the day I die. surprise, calling you up from a restaurant round the bend. Just got in from way up north. I'm achy and tired now, and I could use a friend. Oh, I'd be a fool to think that you do want to see me again. I know it's been a while since I talked to you. Nothing wrong, just nothing ever goes as planned. Many times I thought I'd call, but didn't have your number in my hand. Oh, I know it's true that you never do the same thing to me. I never meant to make you cry, and though I know I shouldn't call, it just reminds us of the cost of everything we've lost. Bad timing, that's all. And maybe soon there'll come a day when no more tears will fall. We'll each forgive a little bit, and we'll both look back on it. It's just bad timing, that's all. Used to have so many plans, something always seemed to turn out wrong. I never could catch up to you, moving on and doing all you've done. And I don't know why, the harder I try, the harder it comes. I never meant to make you cry, and though I know I shouldn't call, it just reminds us of the cost of everything we've lost. It's bad timing, that's all. And maybe soon there'll come a day when no more tears will fall. We'll each forgive a little bit, and we both look back on it. It's just bad timing, that's all. We'll each forgive a little bit, and we both look back on it. It's just bad timing, that's all. Little Blue Rodeo, Bad Timing. That's a great song. One of my favorite songs of Blue Rodeos. Classic tunes. I've kind of, my comments have stopped there. I guess people stop commenting. Come on, people. Say something out there, people. Let me know you're there. And also, it's also helpful when you hit the heart button and the thumbs up button. Hearts, thumbs up, those are always fun. And sharing is really helpful as well. Get it out on your feed and bring some more folks in here. That's always a good time too to get more folks in here. Although we have a great crowd here tonight. Thanks so much to everybody for tuning in. And we've got one of our most popular features tonight. And I guess I should maybe preface it a little bit because Stan usually does awesome nature pictures for us on the show every week. And this week he's doing something a little different. Stan is. And he was down in Cornwall. If you know of Seaway Valley, that's where Stan is based, and where I originated, and where a lot of our viewers are here as well. I see Putty McGilvery checking in. Good to see you, Putty, checking in, and from down there as well. But Stan was down there, and I guess on this weekend they had a big celebration in Cornwall. It's the 240th anniversary of the founding of Cornwall. It was founded, I think, as New Johnstown 240 years ago. It's hard to believe it. Cornwall, if you've ever been there, but it hardly looks a day over 230. But it's 240 years Cornwall was there, and that goes back, if you do the math on that, it was the American Revolution. Some of the United Empire Loyalists, some of the folks who, from that sort of the upper New York Valley there, who didn't want to participate in the new Republic of the United States of America. They wanted to stay loyal British subjects. They're loyal to the king, I think it was at the time. And they traipsed across the border and were allocated land. And so they did kind of a reenactment and all that. I don't know if they actually came in by boat. I saw a picture of the boat. It looked like it might have been on a trailer. So maybe they came in on a boat on a trailer. I don't think that's the way they originally came. And it must have been pretty tough there when they came into to that part of the world, because it was kind of fairly uninhabited, mostly fur traders up at that point in time. But it certainly shows how old and how much sort of the early years of days of Canada took place down in that neck of the woods. And certainly always recommend, if you've never been down there, go down and take a look. It's a fantastic place. A lot of great history there. You might catch a little glimpse of the Lost Villages Historical Society. They were represented there, and those are some of the early villages along the St. Lawrence River that were flooded in the late 50s during the Seaway project. But anyways, let's turn over to Stan, and we can, for those of us who weren't able to get to the 240th anniversary of the founding of Cornwall, or New Johnstown as it was called back then, Stan's got some pictures for us. So take it away, Stan. was a time in this fair land when the railroads did not run, when the wild, majestic mountains stood alone against the sun. Long before the white man and long before the wheel, when the green, dark forest was too silent to be real. But time has no beginnings and history has no bounds. As to this verdant country they came from all around. They sailed upon her waterways and they walked the forest tall, and built the mines, the mills, and the factories for the good of us all. When the young man's fancy was turning in the spring, the railroad man grew restless for to hear the hammers ring. Their minds were overflowing with the visions of the day, and many a fortune won and lost, and many a debt to pay. For they looked to the future, and what did they see? They saw an iron road running from sea to sea, bringing the goods to a young growing land, all up from the seaports and into her hands. Look away, said they, across this mighty land, from the eastern shore to the western strand, and bring in the workers and bring up the rails. We gotta lay down the tracks and tear up the trails. Open her heart, let the lifeblood flow. Gotta get on our way, 'cause we're moving too slow. Get on our way, 'cause we're moving too slow. Behind the blue Rockies, the sun is declining. The stars, they come stealing at the close of the day. Across the wide prairie, our loved ones lie sleeping, beyond the dark oceans in a place far away. We are the navvies who work upon the railway, swinging our hammers in the bright morning sun, living on stew and drinking bad whiskey, bending our old backs till the long days are done. We are the navvies who work upon the railway, swinging our hammers in the bright morning sun, laying down track and building the bridges, bending our old backs till the railroad is done. So over the mountains and over the plains, into the Muskegon, into the rain, up the St. Lawrence all the way to Gaspé, swinging our hammers and drawing our pay, driving them down and tying them down, way to the bunkhouse and into the town. $1 a day and a place for my head, a drink to the living, a toast to the dead. Oh, the song of the future has been sung, all the battles have been won. O'er the mountain tops we stand, all the world at our command. We have opened up this soil with our teardrops and our toil. For there was a time in this fair land when the railroads did not run, when the wild, majestic mountains stood alone against the sun. Long before the white man and long before the wheel, when the green dark forest was too silent to be real. When the green dark forest was too silent to be real. And many are the dead men, too silent to be real. Classic Gordon Lightfoot tune, Canadian Railway Trilogy. Thought that was a good song to sort of back off some of Stan's historical pictures. Fantastic pictures, Stan. And Stan, we were talking about last week. Knowles brought it up. Stan's his new mirrorless camera. We're still not quite sure. It doesn't have a mirror. We know that. And the pictures, I think, are brighter, bigger, probably a bigger sensor. I assume it's a new camera. Probably has bigger sensors, so maybe higher resolution pictures. Although Stan's pictures are pretty high resolution. Boy, the feathers on some of the birds and stuff he gets, and I guess the maybe some of the feathers on some of those uniforms too. But anyways, thanks so much, Stan, for sharing those pictures. They're always awesome. And show's flying right along tonight. We're having a grand old time. And oh, thank you, Val, for checking in. Val Brownell checking in as well. We got a lot of folks here tonight. It's an awesome crowd out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're having a great time, and we're going to kick it over to our Irish fella. He's got, I think he was inspired by, in fact, I know he was inspired by Stan to do a children's song. Now, we don't do a lot of children's songs on Tuesday Live, and some things we do on Tuesday Live you probably don't want your kids watching, but certainly Robbie's got a song that he found on an old Burl Ives. I remember Burl Ives. He did probably best known for doing playing the snowman in that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I think that's the one. Isn't Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer where Burl Ives plays the snowman character, or voices it anyways? But also did a lot of children's stuff back in the day, probably in sort of the 60s maybe, 60s, 70s. And this is a song that I think he did called Two Little Owls, and Robbie took it on. So let's pass it over to Robbie O'Spoon with Two Little Owls. You might want to get the kids to gather around. Hoo, hoo. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Hoo, hoo. Two little owls in a row, row, row in the bough of a great big tree. And they felt just as happy and they looked just as happy as any little owls could be. As any little owls could be. Meow, 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 meow. Three little cats with a creep, creep, creep glided up to the branch of the tree. And they looked at the birds and they said not in words, what a jolly repast this will be. What a very jolly feast for us three. Bow wow, bow wow, bow wow, bow wow. Three little dogs with a bow wow wow dashed after the pussycats three. And the owls in fright spread their wings in flight, and the dogs trotted home to tea. And the cats looked as sad as could be.
Whoops, sorry. Life's like this. I'm having trouble. That's the way it is. Uh-huh. That's the way it is.
Chill out, what you yelling for? Lay back, it's all been done before. And if you could only let it be, you would see I like you the way you are. When we're driving in your car and you're talking to me one-on-one, but you become somebody else, around everyone else, watching your back like you can't relax. You're trying to be cool, but you look like a fool to me. Tell me, why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else, gets me frustrated. And life's like this, you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty and promise me I'm never gonna find you fake it. No, no, no. You come over unannounced, dressed up like you're something else. Where you are and where it's at, you see, you're making me laugh out when you strike your pose. Take off all your preppy clothes. You know you're not fooling anyone when you become somebody else, around everyone else. You're watching your back like you can't relax. You're trying to be cool, but you look like a fool to me. Tell me, why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else, gets me frustrated. And life's like this, you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty and promise me I'm never gonna find you fake it. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Chill out, what you yelling for? Lay back, it's all been done before. And if you could only let it be, you will see somebody else, around everyone else. You're watching your back like you can't relax. You're trying to be cool, but you look like a fool to me. Tell me, why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else, gets me frustrated. And life's like this, you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty and promise me I'm never gonna find you fake it. No, why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else, gets me frustrated. And life's like this, you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty and promise me I'm never gonna find you fake it. No, no, no. Little Avril Lavigne. I had some trouble there at the start there. Apologize for that. Technical issues plague me occasionally. Buttons don't do the right thing. But that is, as Kathy pointed out, an Avril Lavigne tune. I'm not sure why I'm getting so much echo here, but an Avril Lavigne. That's a bad Anglophone translation. Avril Lavigne from beautiful Napanee. Another place you can stop into the Avril Lavigne's birthplace when you're heading down Eastern Ontario. It's on the way. Lovely little spot there. And we've got we got Neil and Lazy Horse still to come tonight. I think they got a whole lot of love to share with you tonight. So let's turn it off over to Neil and Lazy. So we're getting up to the top of the hour here. We're almost done here. But anyways, here, Neil and Lazy, take it away. La 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 la. Ooh, ooh, it's gonna take a lot of love to change the way things are. It's gonna take a lot of love, but we won't get too far. So if you look in my direction and we don't see eye to eye, my heart, it needs protection, and so do I. It's gonna take a lot of love get us through the night. It's gonna take a lot of love to make things work out right. So if you are out there waiting, I hope you'll show up soon. My head needs relating, not solitude. Got a lot of love, oh yeah, got a lot of love. La 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 la. Ooh, ooh, it's gonna take a lot of love to change the way things are. It's gonna take a lot of love, or we won't get too far. It's gonna take a lot of love. Wow, that was awesome, Neil. Fantastic rendition of that tune. And Lazy Horse kicking on the beat there, as Lee pointed out. Lazy Horse, he's always on the beat. That horse, got good rhythm for a horse. But anyways, we're just winding up to the top of the hour here. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, checking out the show tonight, and watching. Great audience out there tonight. And I know there's a lot of folks that watch after the fact, too. I always like to say hello to them, because I know there's folks who, for whatever reasons, something else on Tuesday night. I know one of our frequent viewers, Holly, watches the show regularly, but I think her grandson, is playing soccer. Grandson, granddaughter, I'm not sure which one, but playing soccer on Tuesday nights. So she's watching soccer games right now, and checks in the show after. And I know Lou down in Brockville watches it after the fact, and Chris San watches it after the fact quite often as well. And I've borrowed a lot of pictures from Chris off her Facebook feed. And also, this is the backdrop here with this moon picture is one of Chris's as well. And also, of course, I can't go past without mentioning Stan McRae for providing the awesome pictures every week. And I throw a few of those in, like we used with Robbie O'Spoon's Two Little Owls song earlier. And, of course, Kathy Robertson-LePage for providing some that nice picture from Peru. We don't often have shots from Peru here, but it's fun to have them as well. But anyways, thanks so much for tuning in, folks. Appreciate everybody who shares the show, or hits the like or the love button, the heart button, comments, or just watches the show. And certainly really appreciate the folks who provide some financial support through our virtual tip jar at tuesdaylive.ca, or or our patrons of the show and give a monthly contribution. That's really helpful as well. Helps us keep the lights on and the everything running here as well. But we had it's summer is coming. Although I went out for a bike ride on yesterday and my toes were actually cold. It was a little chilly yesterday. But then I found out that the strawberries are in season. I know our local strawberry farm. We had our first taste of local strawberries tonight. I know I saw on Facebook that the Avonmore Berry Farm down in Eastern Ontario, which is a very popular destination for berries in Eastern Ontario, is open. Their Pick Your Own's open already. Our Pick Your Own isn't open yet here, and their Pick Your Own is open at Avonmore, which is kind of cool. So get out and enjoy those berries, folks. There's nothing like fresh berries from the field as opposed to the ones that come in the plastic clamshells, which can be okay, but they're not quite as good as the local ones. So enjoy those. Enjoy the upcoming weekend. And it's Father's Day coming up. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there and everybody who has a father as well. I think of your father. I know I'll be thinking of mine. He's left us, but he certainly left a lot of great memories and a lot of love he's left behind as well. So, and I guess we're all reflections of our parents in some way, aren't we? So anyways, get out there, folks, and as I like to say at the end of every show, the world would be a lot better if we just got rid of wiped all that hate away with just a little love. So. Everybody needs a place to go. Everybody needs a way to know they're just loved. And why do we hurt the ones we love? Why don't we pick them up instead of putting them down and just love? 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up in a layer of clay. We gotta start washing it off someday with just love. If you look deep enough, you find the only thing that we really need now. It's just love. But it's hard to just love in a world full of hate. If we get started now, it won't be too late to just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. Keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We gotta start washing it off someday with just love. With just love. Short version of the song. Love all of you. See you next week.